What's up, guys? Welcome to YouTube video number 2. The topic for today is the importance of saying I love you first. I'm going to talk on a few points here, such as me wishing I said I love you more to my father first, and the importance of saying I love you to your relationship partners as well as your parents in general. And then at the same time, how important it is to remind yourself how much you love yourself. So if you're interested in hearing about these topics today, I'm going to be sharing my experiences and insights from these. So stick around to the end, drop a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'd love to hear your feedback at the end of the video. So to dive in head first, I'll just start with the heaviest topic. Losing my father 8 months ago to a long 6-year fight with colorectal cancer. And unfortunately, that really took a toll on my mental health, and that took a toll on what my life was destined to be like. He was always so encouraging of me, the best coach I could ask for, the best father I could ask for. But looking back, I never really shared as much love, appreciation, and feedback, just time, quality time that I could have spent with him. Obviously, hindsight is 2020, and I'm not trying to tear myself down here. But if I'm being honest, there were days when he would have loved if I just came upstairs and watched the baseball game with him. And instead, I chose to disregard that, stay downstairs doing my own thing on my computer. Or it's time to eat the family dinner, all three of us at the table. And I said, hey, I'm just going to go eat my food downstairs instead. And for whatever reason, during this trial and tribulation based period of time, I was just not wanting to spend as much time with the family and instead build my own self independence. And I didn't realize the hidden cost, because remember, you're always choosing to sacrifice something. And at the time, I was unaware, but now I realize in hindsight, years down the line, I chose to sacrifice my quality time with him. These days, I'm aware that time is my most valuable asset, second to my attention and focus. So the fact that I was disregarding these calls for help from him to just spend more time with me and share more experiences with me, knowing that he didn't have that much time left, that's something I'm not very proud of and I regret. But our goal in life here should be to live life with the least amount of regrets as possible. And I'm hoping by sharing my message with you, no matter who you are watching here, that you can take these little nuggets of wisdom that I feel like I've collected over these years, both positive and negative, and implement them into your life so you don't run into the same issues and same position I'm in. Don't get me wrong. Every single aspect of my life is going better than I could have possibly imagined right now, apart from being a millionaire by the age of 24. But that happens to the 0.05% of the population, if not less. But instead, we really have to be grateful for this time that we share with our parents, because it truly is so valuable. And although you may not understand it now, that is one of the most precious moments that they are going to cherish for the rest of their lives, since their expiry clock is on a much shorter time left than yours. The second key thing I wanted to speak about was saying I love you to the partners. Now, due to maybe that issue I had with my dad, never had a problem sharing it with my mom, and she really is my cheerleader, the number one person in my heart to this day, and everything I do is for her. She's in fact my why I get up every morning, so motivated, so disciplined to make something happen in my life worth remembering, and I can bless her with hopefully everything that comes my way in the future. But when it came to my first partners in relationships and people you're supposed to say I love you first to and open up and be completely vulnerable, I was very sheltered. I was very hidden in my own thoughts, not sharing how I felt, not very understanding or good at listening when they would share their feelings with me. And I would always come with a solution-based approach when there would be an issue in conversation or we'd be having a heavy talk. And this, I felt like it all was stemming from the same place. I wasn't open to being completely vulnerable, and they could read this energy off of me. So then when they provided me with a problem they were facing in the form of how they were feeling, I came with a solution-based approach first rather than a, oh, I'm so sorry to hear this. I understand. I'm hearing you. I'm listening. I was always somebody who wanted to just start speaking again rather than being quiet, listening, and truly being present with them in that vulnerable moment. And it wasn't until recently where I've been able to step out of my comfort zone there and be completely vulnerable with my current partner and really expand my emotional intelligence in this way, where I've noticed the most amount of mutual respect, joy, love, intensity in my relationship compared to what I've dealt with in the past. And I believe if you're a young man or young woman watching this that struggles currently with something similar like I'm talking about, hopefully this can help bypass some of those speed bumps you face in the early dating phases by just taking what I say into consideration, putting it down in your own words, and don't forget to implement it. Because you need to implement this information you hear. You can't just think about it and dwell on it, or else you will never take action. And the third thing I want to talk about in this video is a bit on the lighter side, but it's also very deep. Just positive self-talk. Telling yourself how much you love and care about yourself. Remind yourself of the wins you've already accomplished so far. Okay, you can acknowledge your past and things that you're not proud of. You can appreciate where you're heading and look at this daunting task of, oh geez, how am I going to get there? But in the meantime, in the present, to make sure you don't just get lost in translation on this journey from point A to point B, you need to focus in and remind yourself what you're grateful for. What are the good things you're doing for the world? What are the positive things you're doing for yourself and your loved ones? What's one thing I can say to make somebody else's day better today that will also make me feel good? You have to be having positive self-talk and positive self-awareness of where you are right now, so that anybody who also encounters you can read this energy off of you. They feed off of this positive, loving energy, and they give you back everything that you give them and more. You're truly living in a constant state of abundance. Now, to sum it up, obviously I spoke about saying I love you first to the Father, and how much that meant to me. And in case I didn't touch on it completely, I'll go into a little bit more detail. I could be repeating myself, but second video, give me a break here. I was going through my text messages with him, and something that really struck me was how many times he said, I love you to me, and I did not respond back, I love you, or didn't say it first at all. And in hindsight, how much he would have appreciated just those 3 words being sent back his way during such difficult and trying times for him, both physically, but obviously mentally and emotionally. So I hope, not to end this video on a sad note, but I hope what I shared with you today can be taken and implemented in your own lives. And just know that whether you're in a good relationship or bad relationship with your family, it's family at the end of the day. These are the people that brought us into the world, and for that, we do owe them a certain level of respect. But show the people in your life how much you love them. Tell them, show them, make it clear, so you don't take any aspect of regret in that regard of life to the grave at the end of the road. So I appreciate you making it this far. If you made it this far, comment love down below. Drop a like, subscribe, stick around for more videos in the future. I'm hoping to start posting every other day. So long form content will keep coming your way. Cheers.